the most exciting game that I am interested to see and also nervous to watch is the Dolphins versus the 49ers. They meet on Sunday for the first time since the Trey Lance trade shook up the 2021 NFL draft. Dolphins 49ers connections. Well, Mike McDaniel, he was our offensive coordinator. Now he is the head coach for the Dolphins. They got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Bradley Chubb, all as a part of those 3 draft picks that we gave them for Trey Lance. Also, Jeff Wilson just went over there. They've got Raheem Mosterati also there. And he had some shady words about Jimmy Garoppolo last week. He said that he finally has it. Well, okay. I think he said, we have a quarterback who can actually sling it. And then he came out late, and obviously that seems like a slight against Jimmy Garoppolo. And I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt here. Like, maybe he was just talking in general. Like, we got a quarterback who can actually sling it. And it didn't have anything to do with Jimmy Garoppolo. Kind of hard to do that. I will say that Mozart came out yesterday and said, this is clickbait. I gave a lot of nice things about Jimmy Garoppolo. Of course, that didn't make the article. Niners favored 3.5. This one kind of scares me, but what are you thinking?
3.5 should scare you. That line's always scary, especially at home, right? You give the hook to the home team. It's really interesting. I think that I might look at the over more than anything here. The Niners just pitched a shutout against the Saints, and as good as the defense was, the Saints should have scored.
That's the first time since like 2001. It's been 20 years since the Saints were shut out.
100%. So you give credit to the Niners defense. I'm not going to take anything away from them. I will say, however, Saints should have scored a couple times. They shot themselves in the foot at the goal line. The way that I had the plus 9.5, they should have easily covered the 9.5. All good. Yeah. Doesn't happen. But the narrative will be coming off that the Niners defense is the best in the league, and it very well might be. But the shutout might overvalue the under, if that makes sense. Coming into this next game, you'll see a total like 46.5, I believe it's set now, and you'll think, well, the Niners just held their last team to 0, 46.5, but the Dolphins get into these shootouts, and I think this game will feature a lot of offense.
Yeah, it was a shutout, and it was the first time in a million years. And again, not taking anything away from the defense, they saved our in that game, because definitely the Saints defense was tough, and it showed in our offense. But you think about what those 20 years were. It was Sean Payton, it was Drew Brees, and it's like this. We had the Andy Dalton / why am I blanking on the other court? Not
famous
Winston.
Jameis.
Yes, Jameis Winston combo, kind of going back and forth, and a new coach and whatever. That's not Tua, and that's not Tyreek Hill, and that's not Waddle, and that's not Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson, who are gunning to get a win against their former team. So I like the over in this one too. I hope that the 49ers win this game. I don't think I'm going to play a side on this one, but we'll have to see. I think it's going to be interesting, because I think both sides, obviously McDaniel really wants to beat Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan does not want, his protege to be able to beat him. And then you've got the salty running backs on this side. They've said some disparaging things against Jimmy G. So now the Niners are all fired up. It's going to be an emotional game. And I hope the Niners come out on top.
Some juicy storylines in there. I like it. Coaching rivalry, running back rivalry. And then also, this is a good test for Tua. I mean, a lot of eyes will be on this game, because listen to these stats. Since he got that second concussion and the expert, that second opinion, told him to retire from football, he's thrown for over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. In games that Tua has started and finished, so not left due to injury, he's 14-1 in the last 15. Dude's balling out. Oh. So I really am excited to see him face the 49ers and be under pressure and really have to play a good game to get this one done. This is a great Tua test.
It is, and this is going to be an incredible coaching duel as well, because we know McDaniels can come up with some creative plays as well. I mean, he was under Shanahan, so we'll see a lot of cool plays, I think, a lot of trick plays, a lot of interesting things.